back to my channel and a new video. So today I am going to talk about and show guys some of the books that I really want to read this winter, and hopefully I will do so. I have quite a few books to show you. I had like cut down because I had too much, but these are some of the books that I really hope to get to this winter. The first book that I really want to get to this winter, it is a reread. I just think that this is the time for fairy tales, so I really want to read the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales. This is an edition that I bought in Australia, and I think it's really beautiful, and you know, it has a special meaning since I bought it there. So yeah, I might not read this entire thing, but I definitely want to read some cozy and great fairy tales this winter, because fall and winter to me is just a time for fairy tales, and Grimm is like one of my favorite storytellers, and I just think it's something magical about it. So yeah, this is a red beautiful edition. It has like gray edges. I just really love it. It has pictures, it has a ribbon bookmark, and I'm just in love, and hopefully I can read a little bit in this winter. That would be magical. The next book I really want to get to this winter is The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It also has like other tales, but that's the one that I really want to read. I got this, I don't know, like 2 winters ago, and I still haven't read it. I just haven't been in a classics mood for ages. That just happens, but I really want to read it. I mean, text is really small, it's kind of big, so I'm a bit scared, but honestly I think it'll just be cozy and great for the Christmas time, the winter time. And also I love this cover. White, simplistic, the snowflakes, beautiful. Beautiful. The next book I really want to read, I'm kind of scared of, but also so freaking excited that I just want to read it now, and that is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in a series. I think it's called the Stormlight Archive series. I'm not really sure. He has a lot of series like this, so I don't know. It is a adult fantasy, and I've never read that, so I'm a bit scared. Also, like, this is why I'm scared. It is huge, and the text is kind of small. The pages are Bible thin, but I've heard great things about it. I heard it's like one of those really deep dark fantasies that you really like delve into this entire world, and that's the vibe for me in the fall winter time. I hadn't gotten to it this fall, but hopefully I will get it to this winter. We'll see, because I want to collect this entire series if I like it, of course, because I think the covers are so beautiful and gorgeous, and I think this is one of those series that you just kind of have want to read. Like, I feel like everyone has read them, and I really want to read them as well. So, and I love Brandon Sanderson. I've read some of his YA works, never an adult book, but it can't go wrong, right? But I'm a little bit worried that it's going to be too much fantasy and too much like world building and too much crazy stuff going on, but like I can't tell that. I can know that without having to try it, so I need to like at least give it a shot. So hopefully this winter I'm gonna try. The next book I really want to read this winter is Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson. Don't be fooled by the title. It's not actually like a winter book, but I do think it's fitting for the winter. I've read it before, it's been a while. It is about 2 girls, I believe, that is struggling with eating disorders and anorexia, so like be aware of that before if you want to pick it up. But I'm really interested in the subject. I've read a lot of books like this, and I can't remember if I enjoyed it or not. It's been a while. I think this was one of my first books that I read about this kind of stuff, and it's been a while. And you know, it's gonna be dark and cold kind of thing, so I think I'm gonna read it this winter, and I want to annotate it. I want to tab it, because I didn't do that the first time, and eventually I want to do a video about mental health books, so recommend books that are about eating disorders, and then recommend books that are about depression or bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. Like, I want to do videos like that, so I need to reread all of my mental health books and kind of refresh my memory on these, because I don't really remember what this is about, except 2 girls that are struggling with that. So yeah, I'm really excited, and also I think the cover is really gorgeous and perfect for the winter. It just screams winter, like. The next book I really want to read is On Birthday by Liz Braswell. This is the part of the Twisted Tale series, and this is Alice in Wonderland, so of course I want to read it. So Twisted Tale series is like a series where they do all these like famous fairy tales, but they kind of twist them around, which is pretty fun. So if you are a fan of Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, or like other classic stories, you will probably find a book where Twisted Tales have done something like twist around the story, and it's just really a cool concept. I have the Peter Pan one. I have read parts of it, but I DNF'd it, but I really want to read it again. I just wasn't in the mood, because they are pretty large, they're pretty thin text, thin pages, so I'm definitely gonna have to be like in a fairy tale mood, fantasy mood, which I usually am in the winter time, so hopefully I will get to this. I love Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, so I'm hoping to enjoy this. It's always fun to read about the characters like in a new way, in a totally new twisted way, and it's just a really cool concept, you know, and I'm very excited about it, and I finally want to read it because I have been having this for a while on my shelves, so it's time. The next two books I want to read is Skyward and Star Sat by Brandon Sanderson, because there is a third book out called Satanic, I think, which I had no idea was going to be out until I saw someone had it on Instagram, and I was like, what the frick? There's a third book out, and I checked on Amazon and other bookstore sites, and it was there, and I'm so excited to read it. But before I read that one, I need to refresh my memory on these two. It is a sci-fi story all about Spensa, who is trying to become a pilot because it's her dream, but she's kind of struggling because her father has this bad reputation that he's kind of let his team down and made them die and all that. But Spensa is determined that that's not what happened, and she's determined to find out the truth. And it's really a cool sci-fi story about Spensa fighting for her dreams and fighting for her own beliefs, and it's just a really amazing story. But it's been a while, so I definitely want to refresh my memory and read these two again so I can finally get to the third book. The next book that I hopefully am gonna get to is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. So if you know me, I'm a big Twilight fan, and this is like the newest one where we follow from Edward's perspective, which is just really cool because all of the other books we've been following Bella and her perspective. So it's really gonna be interesting to follow Edward's thoughts and perspective and how he saw this entire thing. But I'm currently doing my reread of the Twilight Saga. I'm currently on Eclipse, so I have to read that one and then Breaking Dawn, and then I can finally get to this one, and I'm so excited. Like, I'm the biggest Twilight fan, you have no idea. It is kind of break of a book, it's really big, but I'm excited to be in this world again and just really, you know, see it from his perspective. Like, how cool is that? I'm so excited. Next book I really want to get to this winter is Billy Summers by Stephen King. I recently got this, and I believe this is one of his newest works, and I'm determined to read all of Stephen King's book, even the old and the new, so this is one of them. Don't know too much about it. I don't want to know too much before going into a Stephen King book because I kind of want to create my own opinion. Since he is such a big and famous author, there was a lot of, you know, thoughts and talks about him and reviews about him, and I kind of just want to make my own opinion before I read any reviews and stuff. So I'm very excited. I love the cover. I think it sounds really good, but I don't want to delve in too much before I start it. So but I'm very excited. I feel like it is perfect for winter and fall time to read this, so yeah. Last book I'm going to talk about that I really want to read this winter is If It Bleeds, also by Stephen King. I also recently got this, and as I've said, I want to read all of his books, so of course I picked this one up. Also a big fan of the cover, and it does sound really good. I think this is just the vibe. I think Stephen King, I'm just feeling it's fall and winter vibes. I don't think I'm going to be reading too much of him in the spring and summertime because that's more for contemporary for me or romance, but now I should take advantage of the cold and dark days and kind of just delve into Stephen King. So this is also on my list. Hopefully I will get to it soon because I'm very excited. But yeah, that was all of the books that I'm hoping to get this winter. I have like a lot more that I might read, and I'm such a mood reader, so I can't really stick to a set TBR, but hopefully I will get to at least some of this winter. That would be great. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.